Good morning, guys. You're waking up to some snow on your cars and the grassy surfaces. We've had our photographer Tim on a Color 10 live drive this morning. You can see some of the snow on these cars here, but the roads are mainly wet out there this morning. You could see some of that snow on the camera as well. It's 29 degrees in Springfield with cloudy skies. We've got about a half an inch of snow in Springfield, and again, most of it is on the grassy surfaces. The snow bands themselves have really dissipated even during daybreak, so not too much left falling out there. Just a few flurries. What we're finding is the snow is mainly over. It's on your cars and the grass. The roads are mainly wet because those road temperatures are above freezing. Just be careful on bridges and overpasses. Those things could be slick because they get cold first. It's 32 degrees in Branson and 29 degrees in Springfield. We'll have some clearing through the afternoon. Sunshine by dismissal, but still at only 36 degrees as Arctic air comes in on north winds. We dip to 14 degrees overnight tonight under clear skies, and then temperatures in the lower 40s as we head through the day tomorrow. Sunshine, southerly winds, a little bit better, but still below average. We'll have temperatures closer to average on Saturday despite increasing clouds. We're looking at a high of 51 degrees. Then widespread rain comes through on Sunday with some showers arriving Sunday morning. We're looking at a rainy and wet Sunday afternoon. Rain totals up to an inch to an inch and a half are possible, so there's some minor flooding concerns because our soils are already saturated. We've had a pretty wet winter so far. You need to be mindful near swollen creeks as you go Sunday into Monday. So here's that 7-day clearing and cold today. Chilly sunshine tomorrow. Increasing clouds near 50 degrees on Saturday. Kind of a washout by Sunday. Showers early on Monday. Joe, Lauren.
What you're seeing is video of a deadly house fire that happened in Republic last night.
And what you heard was an explosion inside the mobile home that went up in flames. Color 10 viewer Abby Davis was there and sent us this video.
This all happened at the Alpine Mobile Home Park. It's off Highway 60. According
to Ken Wilson with the Brookline Fire Department, one woman was killed in the fire. When crews arrived, the whole double wide was up in flames. An elderly couple was home. The husband made it out, and the wife is the person who was unable to. The fire chief says the house had multiple oxygen tanks in it, causing those explosions.
We spoke with a man who says he went inside the house to find the woman, but while inside saw those oxygen tanks and knew he needed to get out and did so just in time.
Her husband was out here by his truck trying to honk the horn, and when I stopped and asked if anybody else was in the house, he tried running back inside and then passed out. So then I got him in my car and I moved my car, and then he said something about his wife, so I tried going back in twice and I couldn't find anybody, and then I seen the oxygen tanks and I knew I had to get away.
All I can say is Sue was a great lady. She Christian lady. We were just reading the daily verses yesterday together, and she gave her whole life to feed and catch, spend her whole Social Security check just to take care of the animals in the trailer park.
There were about 50 firefighters on scene from crews including Republic, Brookline, Bodark, and Willard. The man who has escaped is expected to be okay. In more local news, the Springfield area is mourning the loss of a longtime community leader. Dr. Robert Spence, a former president of Evangel, died yesterday after suffering from a stroke. Evangel honored Dr. Spence by lowering its flag outside to half staff. Spence served on a number of boards and committees in Springfield, like the Springfield-Branson National Airport Board, City Utilities, and also Cox Health. He served at Evangel for 40 years and retired as president in 2014. He also helped transition Evangel from World War II barracks to the buildings currently on campus. Springfield Mayor Ken McClure, one of Spence's longtime friends, says he admires his involvement in the community.
When you see all of the variety of things that he did over a long period of time, it's really remarkable. You just don't see that very often. He epitomized that. The best leader is the one that seeks to serve others without taking or getting credit for that. That was Bob Spence.
He did get a little credit, though, just last week. You might remember from our own coverage. Evangel University President Carol Taylor spoke about that yesterday.
That exactly a week ago, he was being presented by Mayor McClure the key to the city of Springfield. My first thought was, this morning he got another set of keys to a much bigger kingdom.
The family of Dr. Spence will hold a memorial on Sunday afternoon at the chapel named after him on Evangel's campus that he helped build.
One woman is dead and 2 children seriously injured after a train hit their car in Purdy, Missouri. Troopers say the driver failed to yield at a railroad crossing. The coroner pronounced 59-year-old Francisca Perez Salas dead at the scene. The 2 children injured in the crash were her grandkids. They were airlifted to Cox South in Springfield.
A quick traffic alert for you. Because of project complications and weather delays, the eastbound lanes of Traffic Way near John Q. Hammonds Parkway will be closed through tomorrow. Crews continue to perform maintenance work on a water main in the area. If you're driving through there, you're advised to find a different way to go.
Moving on to some education coverage for you. Construction continues across Springfield Public Schools as part of Proposition S.
Color 10's Nigel McDonald met with district leaders and joins us this morning to share the progress on some of those voter-approved projects. Nigel.
Well, good morning, Lauren and Joe. School leaders say the district is currently working on 3 projects under Prop S, including Delaware Elementary. Now, these 3 projects are expected to be completed by August, just in time for the 2020-2021 school year. Now, Travis Shaw of SBS says it's essential the district meets its Proposition S timeline. Shaw says he's glad Delaware is one of the schools receiving a new look. He says Delaware serves a unique population of high-needs special education students. Sunshine Elementary is the 2nd construction project under Prop S. Shaw says once completed, both Delaware and Sunshine will serve around 350 students each. The Ada Fulbright Early Childhood Center is the 3rd construction project currently underway.
All of our facilities that we're building, they will have the storm shelter, gymnasium that will be provided not only for the school but also the community in the area. We'll have our double secure entrances at the main area to where we really can vet who comes in and out. Camera footage will be very extensive. Our intercom system's up to date. Everything that we need to do everything we can to protect our kids.
Well, just as a reminder, Proposition S was approved by voters back in April of 2019.
Thank you, Nigel. Let's take a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Hello to you, I'm Gail King. Coming up, medical price roulette. Why some hospitals collect big money by suing, listen to this, patients hundreds of times a year. That's coming right up on CBS this morning.
And a few Google trends. The top one is last night's Democratic debate.
A lot of talk about that as former Mayor Mike Bloomberg was on the stage for the first time. This was in Vegas. He's not even on the ballot, though, in Nevada come this weekend.
A lot of talk about his wealth. CBS This Morning will be following that and also has 8 major takeaways to break it down and simplify it for you. You can tune in for.
Gail King was holding up the covers of the Daily News and the Daily Post this morning, all highlighting, they called it blue and blue.
Black and blue.
Yeah.
It seems like no one held back any punches last night either.
Certainly.
So.
Right. We're also talking about what happened in Germany, right?
Yeah, a mass shooting overnight that we've been following this morning. A 43-year-old German man shot and killed 9 people at different locations in a Frankfurt suburb. Right now, it appears that authorities are saying it was motivated by far-right beliefs.
Witnesses and video of the suspect's getaway car led authorities quickly to his home, though. He was found dead near his mother.
Yeah.
So, something that we need to look into there and keep focused on. Another weird one coming up next, right?
A weird one on Twitter, a hashtag that is still trending from yesterday. That's when you know it's always upset a lot of people when it's still trending a day later. Find My Mobile. It's for Samsung users only. Got a notification yesterday that said Find My Mobile, and so now they're wondering, are we being tracked? Who's tracking us? What's going on? Who's my location being shared with?
You're always being tracked if you have the cell phone,
Yeah,
right?
true.
Sorry to be a conspiracy theory guy, but it's probably true, right?
Doesn't matter if you have Samsung or not.
Yeah, I was looking to see what exactly this app does, and it's very similar to iPhone, Find My iPhone.
Yeah.
So if you lose your phone and you have a Samsung, you can potentially find it and lock it. So, I mean, it's just one of those things that all smartphones have these days.
But they launched a notification about
Yeah,
it?
I don't.
Oh, boy.
I would not want to be managing Samsung social media this morning. I'll say that much.
Yeah, certainly. All right, one last check of our forecast. Very cold today, right?
Yeah, temperatures get stuck in the 30s by dismissal, 36 degrees, despite some sunshine coming back. Chilly and sunny tomorrow after we start out at 14 degrees.
Oh boy. All right, bundle up today, everyone. Thank you so much for starting off your Thursday morning with us here on Daybreak.